The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Pistol here for Herbert. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They send the tight end in motion. On second down, here's Herbert. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down. Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They'll go, and it's Harris. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on 4th down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
I don't care how long you've been playing or how good of a player you are, Mike. It is inevitable in the NFL that some days it just doesn't go your way, and you're going to have a bad game. The key, though, is can you prevent that one bad performance from turning into 2? And that's certainly the case here today.
His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8. Now it's Herbert. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down, and it's an incompletion. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Herbert. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Giants offense ready to take over for their second possession. They had the interception on that opening drive. It only led to a field goal, so 3-0 as the offense comes back out 1st and 10. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down. Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. Good work there to get this back close to a first down. 13 on the gain. It sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
So on 4th down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll give it to Harris again. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Here's 3rd and 2. Tight end going in motion here. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. That's taken in.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Giants offense headed back to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Look wide, get this one complete, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Giants. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That is caught. It's Robinson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Wilson will throw again. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
If you're gonna take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Here's Jamie Gillen on now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chargers offense ready to get back at it. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. He connects with Disley. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. On play action now, Herbert. That's to the left side, pulled in by Conklin. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now a play fake. Herbert. That's a short one, taken in by Conklin. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down. Now Herbert on the bootleg. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Ladd McConkey. Touchdown Chargers. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. This returnable from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Giants offense ready for this next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. This one is caught by Robinson. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. Now Russ. He'll get that complete. Right side, it's Bellinger. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another first down. Play action. It's Wilson. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. To throw again is Wilson. That's to Robinson. He's got it. They'll look to pick this up. 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
The Chargers offense. And Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive. 1st and 10. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Herbert. This one finds McConkey. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
On first down, Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Here's a 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot. Buy some extra time for your offensive line and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Herbert. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll look underneath here for Tracy. And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back. in the check down. They can just feel them. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
On the give, it's Tracy. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Russ. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. And he will score. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Giants are on the board. It's 10-7. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Davis now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chargers offense ready to take over once again. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That is catch number 60 for the season. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Play action now. It's Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Here's Herbert. He finds his tight end, Conklin.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the Chargers. That is fielded at the 20. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. So we hit halftime, and the visiting Chargers are on top as we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10. And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Here's a 3rd down and 4. In motion, it's Robinson. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Giants sending out their punter. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Chargers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down. On the give, it's Harris. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Shotgun now for Herbert. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Up the middle they go. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Brian Burns comes off the edge to make the play. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. And try to run for it with Harris. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, L.A.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Now a play fake. Herbert. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, L.A. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft. hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the first round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Derwin James, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle. Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Slayton is the man in motion. A run here with Tracy on 2nd down. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. They go play action with Wilson. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On the ground, here's Tracy. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. Play action. It's Wilson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score. So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
On 2nd down, a run with Harris. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. Herbert to throw. Open man is the tight end Disley. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Now a give up the middle. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Herbert to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. On the zone read, here's Harris. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Herbert. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. This crowd into it now. as we get to third down. Throwing now is Herbert. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force fourth down.
So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The home team's offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Now Russ. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Again, Wilson. That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Wilson will throw again. And he will score. Game on. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Davis now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On play action, now Herbert. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove. Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 12 yards on that hookup. That's good for a Giants first down. They'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down, 8 for the first down. Throwing again, Wilson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Here's a big one. This third down. To throw again is Wilson. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. On second down, Russ. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On third down, here's Wilson. This one is caught in the end zone for a touchdown for now. There's a penalty flag back in the backfield.
Holding offense.
So holding is the call, and take that touchdown off the board. Gonna need a big play now, third down and long. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. So now, Graham Gano, the veteran, in another pressure spot. This to potentially send us to overtime.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Herbert now on first down. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their second. And the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. This offense still has the one timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. Conklin goes in motion. Harris will be taken down after a short pickup. It's at the 27. The Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This to win the game. The Giants going to call their third and final timeout. So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.